Netflix, Hulu, Showtime, maybe. I'm sure a heavy majority of us. So try and remember the first time you watched TV. Try and remember that like sensational light and just the excitement that it brought. And now try and think of a time where TV or a movie has emotionally impacted you. For me, this was after watching Hereditary when I was terrified for nights on end. I would hear the from the movie. Didn't happen, but that was a time when it emotionally impacted me. And now I think we can all agree that TV has a big emotional impact on us and on society. Now, according to CNN, Netflix this year has hit 139 million subscribers. Now, that doesn't even include the people who just go to the movie or watch TV regularly. Now, who remembers the game Simon Says? I'm sure a lot of us played this growing up. This is the game where when told to do so, we copy what Simon does. Now, do any of you think that some people are so moved emotionally by these shows and movies that they might try to bring the fiction into reality? That's what I'm going to be talking about today, is when these movies and TV are so impactful that they bring copycat crime into society. Now, before looking at these copycat crimes, it's important for us to understand how TV impacts us at a young age. So in the 1960s, there wasn't a lot of research on early child development related to TV, but in 1965, Head Start was founded, and their goal was to bring education sort of into TV. So when the government paid for half of the $8 million budget to start Sesame Street, it was started in 1969, and the founders of Sesame Street had a goal for the end of their first season, and that was to see kids who watched the show be able to count to 10. Now, in an article called The Show That Counts, released by Newsweek, they saw that by the end of the first season, kids as young as 2 years old were able to count to 20. Now, this was a big accomplishment for them, and kind of sent the show off like crazy, and they were put in social learning experiences after that, and the show has run year and year after, all the way until today, and it has a huge impact. And so now, after understanding this, we can look at how some of these impacts might have been too big, leading to some copycat crime. So this story starts in New York City in the 1990s. The movie Money Train was just released. Now, this movie grossed $15 million in the first 5 days. In the movie, a man that works a subway booth is soaked in flammable liquid. As you can probably guess, in the movie, the man is lit on fire. Now, just 3 days after this movie release in New York City, 2 men went to a subway booth, doused a man in flammable liquid, and lit him on fire, leaving him with burns on 75% of his body. Now, you may think maybe it's a wild coincidence, but just a week after the movie was released, there have been 3 booths hit, all burned. So this shows that in such a short time, these movies and TV can have a drastic impact on us and society. Now, since this happened before many of us were born, it might be good to look at a more recent example. So who in here has seen the TV show Dexter? Personally, this is one of my favorite TV shows. This show follows the main character Dexter, who is a serial killer in Miami. Now it follows his personality, these killings, and how he does them. So in 2009, a 17-year-old named Andrew Conley strangled his 10-year-old brother to death. Now, when they were investigating, they found this obsession with Dexter. He would ask the police if they had been watching Dexter, what had been happening to Dexter, if he had been caught, all that. He also said that he felt like Dexter because he killed people, and so did Dexter. Now, it's really scary to think about something like this, because for me, this is a TV show that I watched to escape reality for a little bit, I guess, and just enjoy myself. And it's scary to think that that would be brought into reality. So you may be thinking, how do we know that TV and movies are the real cause of this? And it's really a harder answer than a lot of us would think. In a 22-year-long study at the University of Michigan, they determined that a huge TV diet was more of a projector to future violence than exposure to real violence as a child. Now, obviously, watching TV doesn't make you a violent criminal. I know that I watched a lot of TV growing up. I'm sure a lot of you did. And I hope that none of us are violent criminals. Now, this is why the study is so hard. It's because there's so much exposure to TV that it's hard for us to really pin onto one aspect. Now, Leonard Aron from the says that not everybody who smokes cigarettes develops lung cancer, and not everybody who has lung cancer smokes cigarettes growing up. And this kind of is the same thing where not everybody who watches TV is necessarily a violent criminal. Not everybody who's a violent criminal necessarily watches TV growing up. And so that's really why it's so hard for us to like make these correlations since it's such a broad and huge topic. Now, TV and movies are kind of here to stay. As we can see in this graph, consistently over the years, the box office has grossed upwards of $10 billion, which is a ridiculous amount of money. So it's not really realistic for us to kind of have these people to draw away. And so when we're watching TV, we can really start to think about how it impacts people other than ourselves. And maybe we can start to think about where the line is of what content to run and what we can start to pull. So with TV becoming more and more accessible today, these are just some issues we have to think about and maybe about.